Welcome, everybody, to what should be a memorable experience for everybody here in the building. The Big 12 Championship game has a history of wild, dramatic finishes, and based on this matchup today, we could be in for another one. We're going to be treated to not just a top 10 matchup, but a battle for a conference championship and an automatic bid to the college football playoff with the first-round bye that goes with it. So a lot at stake here. We'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Baylor Bears, taking on the 8th-ranked team, the Utah Utes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. Kickoff team out there getting ready, and this is it, the battle for the conference championship trophy. And here's the return from inside the 5. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? It's a quick grab. And that stiff arm will help earn him the first down. As the tight end flexed out into the slot, looking for a matchup there, Kirk.
Well, it is a matchup because he has the size where he's very difficult to be able to match up for his safety, and he's got the speed to be able to outrun a linebacker. That's why they like to flex him out like that and be able to pick up nice big gains like this.
He'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now it's second down here. Receiver in motion now. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Play action fake. Looking to throw. Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play.
This is exactly how you can slow down the momentum and the rhythm of an offense. You got to get some tackles for a loss and some sacks. This time, they come up with a sack by getting after that quarterback.
Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. And he'll loft this one deep to the left side. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up 4th down. And the Utes bring their punt team onto the field. The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. On the handoff, they'll test the right side here. Tackle's made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now.
You know, all week, the defensive coordinator told us about the quarterback, he told us about the receivers and how they're going to throw the football. But, man, they better get locked in on stopping this run game because that was a big-time game.
He's tackled just short of the midfield line at the 49.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards.
Chris, this is what I love to see from a defense. As the linebackers are scraping, doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
Here's the second down play. Change of pace now, looking to throw the football. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now third down coming up.
Boy, the defense rolls the dice here on this screen pass. If they don't hit this quarterback, this is a big play. But give them credit, they were able to get to him before they were able to complete that pass.
The short completion to the tight end. Breaks a tackle on the play and makes a decent gain.
Great job here by the defense. Third down and long. You drop back in coverage, keep everything in front of you, force that quarterback to have to check the ball down, and then you rally to the football to force his fourth down. Great job here by the D.
The Bears will look to convert here on fourth down. Trying for a fourth down completion. Looking for his big tight end. Makes the catch, and that is enough for a first down. Gain moves it to the 24. That's a fresh set of downs.
Boy, the defense was in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on fourth down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a first down.
Talk about quickness. That play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap.
Close to the tight end. The ball is picked off. Not much on the return, but they snuffed out the drive with the takeaway.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive, and he ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. They don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. Pressure is coming. Hit as he released it. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Tackled after a short return to the 23. Nice play by this defense.
Not a real good throw here. He put too much air under the ball, turned into a floater. Now defensively, this is a dream. All you're thinking in that situation is just don't drop it. It's almost like a fair catch on a punt.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
He's got it for a big gain. Breaks 1 tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage.
Nice play here. We'll have to see if this defense stays in man coverage after giving up that big play.
And the Bears are in the red zone now. They'll try to pick up the third down yardage on the ground. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
Well, sometimes it's just a backyard brawl, right? I mean, it's third down and short. You trust your back in the line to be able to pick up the first down. And he literally pushes with everything he has, throwing a haymaker there at the finish of that play to pick up the first down.
Makes the grab, a chance to score. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball inside the 10-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards, and they stay ahead of the sticks.
Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Handoff to the single back. And they'll force him out of bounds after a short run. And they convert here on third down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. Grab behind the line. It's Jimenez. They make the stop just short of the marker. It's getting fourth down and inches.
Chris, in my opinion, what we just witnessed is one of the toughest things to do in football as a defender, and that's making an open field tackle. A lot of times, those one-on-one matchups against shifty receivers, the receiver wins. This time, let's tip our cap to that defender. Great play.
Running toward the end zone, but the defense forces a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Crucial takeaway.
Chris, I don't think he would have gotten the first down regardless, but a good job by this defense of knowing where the first down marker is and then coming in with bad intentions to create that turnover, get the ball back to their offense.
And the Utah offense takes the field. On the run, it's Washington. Finding space at the 20. That's good for first down yardage. They'll spot it at the 37.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
Gain moves the ball to the 37. Another first down. Here comes a handoff. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. It's a run to the left. And he's brought down out at the 46.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run, but look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
Crucial third down play right here. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. He'll take a deep shot here. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but he picks up a fourth down.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. Third and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive. The best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this fourth and short.
And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Good enough for first down yardage.
Boy, that is some determination by this offense here. Picking up a new set of downs on the run. The call works out perfectly. You just needed 2 yards. You pick it up. And now you've got another chance at points.
This offense has gotten going at long last. It's another first and 10. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively. But I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
And the wideout goes in motion. Looking to pass here on second down. Bringing pressure. Cannot escape that ferocious pass rush. It's a sack.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
We come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Defense is coming after him. Again, he's just trapped and sacked in the pocket.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
The Utes will bring their punt team on the field now. Looking to kick it away for the second time. We'll see what he can do with the return. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. So here comes the Baylor offense onto the field. They moved it well last time, got across the 50, but then fumbled the football away. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on 2nd and inches.
From the shotgun, handoff inside. The Bears are moving quickly down the field.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
And they'll stop him short of the line to gain.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just at 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Short pass finds the tight end. Big man finally brought down by the cornerback. That was a tough assignment.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
It's 3rd down for the offense. They'll try to run for the first down. 0 running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Here we go. The coach rolling the dice. 4th and 1 in his own territory. Quarterback drops back. And it's incomplete on 4th down. The offense will now take over in plus territory.
Oh, my gosh. A drop pass here on this 4th down play. Everything was perfect. The execution is there. The route is nice. The ball is on the money. All he has to do is catch it, and it's a 1st down, and he drops it. This one could come back to haunt him.
2nd down after that previous play. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. They get him down, but that's a solid gain. The Utes come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. That's the 2-minute warning now here in the first half. So let's see what the play caller likes here on 3rd and short from the plus 27. Can he make it to the marker? Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. So on 4th down, the decision is to trot out the field goal team. And the kick is good. Offense settles for 3 on the drive. It breaks the scoreless tie here, makes it 3-0. So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. He's going to try for a return from a couple yards deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 12. The coach wishes he left that one in the end zone. Here comes the Baylor offense back out onto the field. Well, it's been an entertaining first half. Not much time remaining to cut into this lead. Quick throw to the left. And he's got it. Brought down at the 28, and it's good enough for a first down. A new set of downs after that completion. First down. We're going to throw the football. Receiver makes the catch.
Boy, wide receiver screen can be hit or miss. Either receiver finds a nice crease and picks up big yards, or the defense completely negates that. The team speed from the defense here wins that play.
Second down after that short completion. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Short connection to the tight end here. Oh, and he goes down after a short gain. That's not enough for the first down.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
comes up with the catch.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on third down, get him the ball.
Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Finds an open target on the left side. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, this is what you see all over college football and even up, obviously, in the NFL. These tight ends that are really recruited as big receivers, and they can get one-on-one matchups, and they've got speed after the catch. This is a short throw. You can see what he does after the catch, and he is a tough matchup for whether it's a safety, a nickel, or a linebacker.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. They'll crank up the tempo here with the clock ticking down. Second down. Takes the handoff. It's Hill. Finding space at the 20. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Offense lines up. This is the 7th play now in this drive. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. He's looking to scramble. And they bring him down after a solid gain, but it's still well short of the first down marker. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Using his legs on the scramble. And now the defense will call a timeout before this critical down, just to get everybody on the same page. The coach chooses to go for a field goal attempt here. He missed it. A missed chance to tie this game. Still down by 3.
Oh, off the upright there. Boy, he hit it clean. It was end over end. I thought it had a real chance, and the ball just kind of kept moving on him, and then doink, right off the upright.
Breaking free at the 35. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. And looking to throw now on first down. And he lofts one deep over the middle. The catch is made for a huge pickup. They're barely able to stop him after a huge gain. They saved the touchdown on that final tackle as time runs out in the first half. Minuta's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Utes will kick this away to get the second half going. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. So here comes the Baylor offense onto the field. And they'll start the third quarter here on the ground. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging.
It's pulled in, completion on a diving catch.
I mean, at this point, it seems like the quarterback is just looking him up exclusively. That time, he dove for the football, able to reel it in. This guy's turning into Mr. Reliable.
On third and short, they hand the ball off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, I don't think the offensive line gave the back much of a chance at all. Now, give credit to the defense. It was almost like they were anticipating a run and got up close to the line of scrimmage in a hurry.
And the offense stays on the field. They're going to go for it on fourth down in their own territory. He's moving out of the pocket now. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
And the Bears line up on 1st and 10 now. They'll toss it to the right side. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Cannot connect. Incomplete, and now 4th down.
Great job by this defense once again on that 3rd down, and now we get to 4th down. And you start to think about things here as we get into the second half, Chris. You go for it, you make it, everybody's happy. If you go for it on 4th down and you don't get it, now you're giving your opponent the football in pretty good field position.
And the Utah offense takes the field. Which offense can get it going first? This one has been a struggle so far. Look at now throwing here to start the drive. What a job to lay out and make the catch. They bring him down, but the junior quarterback showing off the cannon.
Chris, when that quarterback threw that football, I didn't think that play had much of a chance. How about the effort by this wide receiver to lay out and come up with that completion for positive yards?
1st down, looking to throw the ball. Running out of time in the pocket. Breaking free at midfield. The defense will wrap him up, but he's able to scramble for a 1st down and keep the drive going. Quarterback keeps the football. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7.
Not exactly the outcome this offense was hoping for here on the option. I'll give them credit. They didn't lose anything, so it wasn't a negative play. But this kind of play's got to be able to hit big and get down the sidelines for big yards.
Receiver makes the grab. Defense makes the stop after the completion.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
And they convert on 3rd down to keep this drive rolling. And they pick up the 1st on the ground.
Well, that's mano-a-mano right there. Offensive line knowing exactly their assignment, getting a hat on a hat, and that back threw just exactly where he needed to go to extend this drive. That's a 1st down.
Still searching for their 1st touchdown of the game, but on the move now. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Throws to the tight end. Oh, and he fumbles. The defense recovers, trying to run this back now.
That's a great play by the defender who forced the fumble, but let's also recognize the heads-up play from the guy who recovered it. They were in the right place at just the right time.
Here comes the Baylor offense back out onto the field. They were forced to punt it away last time, so let's see if they can get clicking in this possession. And they start the drive with an end-around play. And they'll tackle him about the 23-yard line.
You know, even though positive yards are gained here, I think the defense has to be happy on how they prepared coming into the game for these kind of different looks. They look very aware that these formations and plays could happen on any given down.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Here's a wide-open receiver, complete. And he goes down right there. That's more than enough for a 1st down.
One thing we know for sure, I don't know as a play caller, you can make that call without a quarterback who can throw it with a big arm. He put that on a rope.
Defense trying to jam these receivers at the line. He hands it off from the gun. Tackle up near midfield at the 48.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Second down play coming up. The back's got it. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Things just appeared to be a bit out of sync from the get-go on that one. Give credit to the front seven of that defense for staying in the proper lanes and getting to the ball carrier, not let him dance around and make something out of nothing.
One of those critical third down plays coming up. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. This offense picks up the first down. They tackle him at the 44.
Boy, nice pickup there, Chris. We'll have to see if this defense stays in man coverage after giving up another big play.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. He finds the running back in the flat. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play.
Hey, they get some positive yards here, but just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, I kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play.
They'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. He finds his man. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Boy, nice drag route here, and I thought the patience by the quarterback was the key. Puts it in front of his receiver, gives him a chance to make the catch, and picks up a little bonus. Nice yards after the catch.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Finds his target, and it's complete. They get him down after the completion.
You know, they don't pick up the first down here, but they do get some positive yards, and I really like the route to get enough separation to give the quarterback enough room to put it in there.
Offense sets up for play number 8 on this drive. 2nd down, they're going to throw it. He dumps it off to the tight end, and he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. In the 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up 4th down.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. You've got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
Coach electing to go for a field goal attempt. And it's good. And that will tie the game here.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
Fields it just outside the goal line. And the tackle is made as time runs out in the 3rd quarter. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a 1st down play. Heading left after the handoff. Gets some space around the 30. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Out past the 30. Finally goes out of bounds after gobbling up big yardage on that run.
Man, this guy can fly. He gets one crease in the defense, and he is gone. This guy is as fast as there is in the game.
And the Utes looking to cash in this red zone trip. And there's the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Running back with the football. They prevent the touchdown. Ball will be spotted at the 3. So here we go. 3rd down in the red zone. The kind of play that decides football games. is a design quarterback keeper. Touchdown, Utes. And they claim the lead here in the final quarter. Looks like the defense thought they had him contained. Look at the blazing speed of that quarterback.
Great design run for this quarterback. And you know what kind of threat he is with that kind of speed. The defense just seemed to be out of position from the very beginning. I wouldn't be surprised to see something similar later on in this game.
Kickoff teams come on the field now to send this one away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's when the offense will take over. So here comes the Baylor offense onto the field. They settled for 3 last time. Let's see what they can come up with this drive. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Kind of a fine line here, Chris, for me when it comes to throwing a screen pass. You don't want to throw it too early, obviously, and the defense reacts quickly and can sniff it out. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late and potentially get sacked. You got to make sure it hits.
Got him for a sack. A big play made them one of the senior leaders of this defense.
Chris, this one's on the quarterback, in my opinion. He's got to have a better feel and a presence in the pocket to be able to either check it down or get rid of the ball. You just can't take the sack.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Easy throw to a wide-open receiver downfield. They get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
They're finally able to stop, and the quarterback brings the big man down. Not easy to do with that size difference. That completion makes it 2nd and medium. Here's the snap, looking to throw. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. They bring him down, but he was fast enough to get that 1st down yardage. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the 1st down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this 1st down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the 1st.
2nd down after the incompletion. And the quarterback dropping back. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete. Important play right here. Close game, 4th quarter, 3rd and long. Looking to chuck it again. He's running out of time here. The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the 3rd down pressure works.
Well, the defense picks the right time to get after this quarterback. 3rd down, critical down and distance. Do a good job of dialing things up and good coverage downfield. He didn't have anywhere to go with the ball.
Looking for his big tight end. And he finds his target. He has the 1st. They make the tackle, but he easily gets 1st down yardage, and the drive keeps going.
Just great execution here on this 4th down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the 1st down.
They'll run it here. Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Launching one to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bears. Now the important point after attempt. The PAT is up and good, and we are all tied here in the final quarter. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. And the Utah offense takes the field. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Breaking free at the 35. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Utah. And they'll claim the fourth-quarter lead.
Oh, my. What a great play call here by the offensive coordinator. The running back received some great blocking up front and just took off with it, carving up this defense all the way to the end zone.
PAT is up and good. They lead by a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Here comes the Baylor offense back out onto the field. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. On the run here, taking a deep shot. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain. Finally brought down after an explosive play for this offense. Big gain.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
First down here for this offense. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Quick throw to the left. He makes the grab. The tackle is made, but the gain sets the offense up. First and goal from the 9.
With that completion right there, this quarterback now has gone over 300 yards in this game. What a day.
First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. Great chance for the offense to tie the game. First and goal. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Run it up the middle, but stuff for no gain. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit.
That was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own to the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. And it's picked off in the end zone.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
And the Utes offense takes the field. They have the lead, still a one-possession game thanks to the defense. They love to work the clock, but they can't throttle back here. Fights back to the line of scrimmage, avoids the safety, but nothing more. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. So it's 2nd and 10 from their own 1. Important to get some yards here. They don't want to have to face 3rd and long or punt from this position. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible.
Well, this is a huge 3rd down coming up here, and here's where that chess match comes to head. And for the defense, they desperately need to make a play if they believe they have any chance of coming back to win this game.
Interesting play call here. 3rd and short inside their own 20. They want to get this drive going, or a punt could give the opponents excellent field position. Running with purpose. And the play goes nowhere. Picked up about a yard, but it'll be 4th down. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. Good effort by the return man. They get him down, but that's a solid gain on the return. So here comes the Baylor offense onto the field. The last possession ended in a dreaded red zone interception. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly error. Extending the play now. And he's shoved out of bounds with the defense short of the first down marker.
Well, he was close to getting to that corner and picking up some big yards, but the defense does a good job of getting him out of bounds.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, this is it. Late in the game, really tight situation. This is what separates a good quarterback from a great quarterback. Can he come up with the play to keep this drive alive?
And he'll drop back here on third down. He bought some time, now lets it go. Quick completion to the tight end. A big hit by the linebacker, able to knock him down. Down by a touchdown late. This is a crucial fourth down play. Looking to throw for the first down. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. And it's broken up nicely. A defensive stop and a turnover on downs. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? And it's a kneel down. What an amazing run these guys have had. And now they can call themselves champions of the Big 12 and become a piece of the history of that great conference. And now with the playoff spot locked up, we get to see what they can do against the 11 other best teams in the nation. And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.